Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining our webinar today. Before we start the webinar, for those of you who's not familiar with the GoToWebinar tool, you have a control panel, I believe, on your right top corner where you see a hand icon. You will be able to address any question at the end of the webinar, so I would recommend you to save the questions till the end. But you're also welcome to type in the question on the questions tab if you can't see my screen or if you have difficulty hearing me. You can type in on a questions tab on the control panel, and one of us will be able to answer those questions for you. Also, if you can't see the presentation slide, please do let me know on the questions tab and I'll be able to help. So just to give you a little bit of background, I am going to share my screen now and go into the webinar. So today you are attending how to become a certified Salesforce developer. To give you a bit of background, my name is Momo Yamada and I'm from K2 Partnering Solutions. For those of you who haven't heard about K2 Partnering Solutions, our company is a consultative IT staffing firm focusing on a specific area within IT, such as ERP, Salesforce, and other emerging technologies such as cybersecurity, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence. This is more of an informative webinar that gives you an idea of what's happening in the Salesforce ecosystem and what is predicted to happen. So that might help you consider moving into this area. So moving into the slide, what is Salesforce and what services do they offer? I understand today we do have some consultants who come from Salesforce background or administration background, but we also have a consultant coming from CBILS and other C++ and .NET developing background. So I just want to explain what Salesforce is. With the Salesforce CRM, a company's sale, marketing, and customer service teams are able to understand every customer on the individual level and create personal experience for each of its clients. This makes CRM software more than just a platform or a service. It's a tool that can directly increase sales and customer retention. So Salesforce has been known as an innovative industry leader throughout the years, and I think that's also the reason why you're attending my webinar today. It has gone as far as to crowdsource its innovation, providing businesses with even more benefit than what its core product offers. Salesforce has implemented, and I think some of you have already heard, but it's an app exchange that they implemented, which is a #1 destination and resource for pre-built business application. The App Exchange is essentially a cloud computing app marketplace for businesses that are already a Salesforce customer. This gives Salesforce customer access to thousands of business applications verified by Salesforce, and they can build their own business application to help with their specific business need. I think one of the downside of cloud computing is that the implementation speed and a cost of the subscription has went down comparing to an on-premise system. However, customization is not as flexible as how it used to be for an on-premise project. But what Salesforce offers is a unique offering. The App Exchange will be able to customize based on your business need, and it will go as much as possible. Of course, organization needs to have a change management in place whenever they're installing a new software. However, Salesforce App Exchange will actually help customer because they can build their own business application and it will be suitable for a specific business needs that they have. On this slide, I will compare the different CRM offering, a cloud CRM offering. What companies are offering cloud CRM, and who is the competitor of Salesforce. So you can see on the graph here, Salesforce is the #1 vendor. offering the cloud CRM. You see Microsoft, IBM, SAP, and Oracle there. But worldwide software totaled for 26.3 billion US dollar in 2015, up 12.3% from 23.4 billion in 2014. So just in one year. You can see the growth there. Salesforce actually dominated 21.1 annual growth rate and growth of over 902 million US dollar in CRM revenue. It actually offers analytics, machine learning, and AI. It is the future of CRM. Companies needs the data. They want analytics to be able to predict their future sales. They want to implement AI, Internet of Things, and CRM and cloud CRM is going to actually provide that flexibility and this market move for businesses so that they can adjust to what is happening in the market. What is happening in the Salesforce market now? Cloud computing is rising each year. I think you hear much more often than how we used to hear about cloud computing this term 5 years ago. But within this market, Salesforce is the #1 platform in cloud computing, and Salesforce actually dominated more than 40% of market share in the cloud CRM and more than 15% of the overall CRM space. The actual market are valued at 5 billion US dollar as of 2015. And you probably heard about Salesforce and maybe you already know how they are set in the cloud computing market, but these are the actual number that you can compare with other cloud CRM product. On the previous slide, we looked at what is happening now, but I want to show you now what is expected in the future Salesforce space. One of the reasons why K2 is actually working with Salesforce, and we've been working for a while, but the reason why we decided to partnership as a educational reseller, educational partner is because Salesforce is really growing. More than $1 trillion US in IT spending will be directly or indirectly affected by shift to cloud during the next 5 years. This is the overall cloud movement, but you see that Salesforce is a #1 cloud computing offering. So you see how it's going to grow. This will make the cloud computing one of the most disruptive forces of IT spending since the early days of digital age. And for example, some of you might already heard about the terms Salesforce economy. It's actually creating 1.9 million job. It's an additional workforce and additional job that they will be creating. And 389 billion in GDP worldwide by 2020. And that's 3 years later. Just in 3 years, they're going to be creating 1.9 million jobs. But really, why you should transition to Salesforce? It's, of course, because of the SaaS market movements and the future growth that is expected to happen. One of the things is, for example, I used to use Nokia mobile phone 10 years ago. I used to text with my Nokia phone. I was really happy with the phone. Now I'm using iPhone. Would I go back to Nokia phone? No, because the market has already moved to cloud. Market has already moved so that I can access my Gmail. I can do my work from mobile phone now. So whenever it's the generation of IT moves towards the newer area, it's difficult to think that it's going to actually go back. So you see that the future prediction, how much growth it's going to be actually creating in the market is very big. But of course, CRM offering, almost all the industry needs in a CRM system as everything is moving towards cloud. Salesforce is offering the cloud CRM and complete CRM. So this is one of the choices that customer has. Salary comparison. I think this is one of the interesting part for all of you today. For example, we saw the research that was done by Glassdoor. .NET developer average salary in the UK is around £35,000 pounds, comparing to the average Salesforce developer being £53,000 per year. So you see the difference. The demand in the market is really big, and that's also going to be um, changing the salary and income of the developer. There are also a number of career paths available for you. You can move in from developer to admin, admin to developer, to technical architect and others. A lot of Salesforce consultants move their position within the Salesforce space. So whenever you meet a Salesforce consultant, some might have 6 different certification, but you do have a different option within Salesforce to move into a different area. It also has a flexible and large customer base. It's customizable and extendable. For example, I mentioned it before, but they do have an app exchange. So many third-party company they're working with, and customer can use the app exchange to connect to those app. And everyone needs CRM, and it's a market leader. The Salesforce is a market leader in this space. The last thing would be that it's easy for you to transition and get into the market. If you have the right character, if you are tech savvy, and if you come from developer or admin background, it's very easy for you to transition to this area. We will cover this more on the next slide. So where is the opportunity for me? For today's attendees, I saw what kind of skill set you're coming from, and that's also the reason why I asked you to fill in those job titles when you were RSVP, to see which area you're coming from. So I saw that some of the consultant were coming from CBEL, some were CRM, some has the Salesforce administrative background. For a developer, there are actually 3 different certification available. Some of you might be familiar with the older certification, which is a Salesforce 401, but it actually split. This Salesforce Developer 401 certification has split into 2 areas, and now it's called Developer 402 or Platform Developer. If you hold a 401 certification, you will need to take either 402 or Platform Developer certification by July. I think it was July this year. So take a note of that as well. But there are 3 different certification for developer. App Builder, Developer 1, and Developer 2 certification. If you're working on a legacy job based on obsolete technology like Java or .NET or mainframe and testing, it's going to be an advantage for you, easier for you to transition to this area. This is the right time to turn towards Salesforce and earn Salesforce certification, the most happening space in today's digital world. Business is constantly changing with changing customer needs. So the way a customer interact with the brand is changing too. And Salesforce plays an important role in connecting customers to business and is a #1 platform in the cloud computing, with more than 40% of market share in the cloud CRM. Their latest offering, Salesforce One, provides a mobility support and Internet of Things functionality as well. And SMAC components. SMAC stands for Social, Mobile, Analytics, and Cloud, and it really covers all of these components. But even though you don't come from technical background, there is an opportunity to move into Salesforce admin, which is a stepping stone for you to move into Salesforce. So let's say you're coming from a non-Salesforce or IT background, I do recommend you to first start off from Salesforce admin certification and then move into the developer side so that you do have a background in Salesforce area and how to administrate the system. But what are the prerequisites to become a Salesforce developer? Desired skilled would be you come from, for example, Salesforce admin background or Java development, .NET development, knows about the security, innovative and open-minded, so that it's going to be easier for you to move into this area. So once you make a decision to transition, what are the prerequisites? So most recommend you to start from Salesforce admin certification if you don't come from any IT background. Because the best developer understand their declarative option and the best admin knows what their use case requires, a programmatic solutions as well. Some admin learns to code and some developer learns how to fully administer Salesforce, but that doesn't mean that every admin has to aspire to become a developer or or vice versa. It just means that the best admin and developer have a good understanding of the both worlds, even if they only choose to live in one area, so admin or developer, having a knowledge in that area will definitely help in your career. And I mentioned it before, but Java or .NET background will definitely help you to make the transition smoother to move into the Salesforce ecosystem. Apex and the Visual Force are the essentially specialized version of Java and Java server faces. So the same skill set that allows people to excel in the world of world translates directly over the Salesforce world as well. Some of you might already know about this platform, but it's called Trailhead, which you can register. It's free for you to register. It's a good start, good way to understand the basic of the Salesforce, but it's not enough for you to prepare for the certification, but it will give you an idea of what Salesforce is. Once you take in some of the courses here that is listed, Force.com developer beginner or develop for lightning experience. Once you take in these courses, K2 is supporting the training for classroom training because we became a partner of Salesforce and we're now be able to provide the classroom training for you as well. So what kind of paths are available for you developers? Would be one choices would be the Developer 402 or Platform Developer 2 or Developer 450. So there's 3 different choices for you to choose from. How is the course structured? So once you take in if you don't come from any IT background, I do recommend you to start from admin. But if you're planning to take the developer course, we are also offering the developer course, which is a 5 days courses for you. Salesforce, what this 5 days classroom training that we'll be offering will consist of is a Salesforce certified instructor will be there. It is a Salesforce's official training because we became a partner of Salesforce on the education sides. We will be providing you a training org so you can practice your configuration and development. There is an official ebook from Salesforce that will be provided to you. And the certification voucher as well. So it's a very exam-centric course that we'll be offering. At the end of the last day, you will be registering to the exam together with the instructor, and you'll be scheduling the exam time there. But 5 days classroom training includes all of this, and it will prepare for you for the certification. It will be the classroom training, so we do offer it in different locations worldwide. But let's say that you already have the knowledge on Salesforce development. You just want to take the newest certification, which is 402 developer or platform developer certification. We do offer just the certification as well, with a discounted price. So you can reach out to us for either just certification or the classroom training and the certification package. In conclusion, if you need to renew your certification from Developer 401 to 402, for example, we will be aiding the cost for the certification, so reach out to us for that. But if you would like to take the classroom training, you will be able to do that through K2 as well. We'll be offering and aiding the cost for the training or certification. If you do have any questions, you can reach out to me on myamada@k2partnering.com. But I want to now open up for any questions that anyone might have. You will be able to ask questions from the questions tab, or you can raise your hand. You should see the hand icon next to the control panel, and you can ask the questions there. Okay, we do have one questions about the certification. What are the 3 certification that you mentioned? So let me go back to the slide. Here you go. What are the training paths for developers? So this developer certification, we do offer the 3 different classroom as well as 3 different certification. It's a developer 401, platform developer 2, and the developer 450 certification as well as the classroom training. We also offer the admin 201 and the advanced admin course and the marketing cloud course as well, email essential course. So there are different options for you, and I'm happy to consult with you what courses would be right for you, so you can choose it from the option. Is there any other questions from anyone? Oh, here you go. I have the old developer 401 and looking to transition to app builder. Is that considered separate? Yes, so if you do already have the 401 developer, I believe that you need to take the newer certification by June or July. So you can just take the certification, or if you want to take the classroom training, we can offer that as well. For the certification, you will be registering through Salesforce, but we will be able to offer the discount. So you can reach out to me for that details and the pricing. And if you want to take the training, classroom training, we do have the certified trainer globally. So we can schedule that and we can let you know when we will be scheduling the newer developer courses. So the platform app builder or the developer 450. Is there any other questions from anyone? So we have a questions about the location of the training. So what we have now is we have 2 different kind of agreement with Salesforce. One is to provide it to the workforce out there. So any freelance consultant who wants to take the courses, we do provide it to you, as well as the university student in Europe. So for the professionals, we can offer it in Europe as well as the North America area. So we're planning to have the one in June, the classroom training for Admin 201, and we do have several other classroom that's been scheduled as well. And also for the London one, we will be doing it in June, 3rd week of June for the 5 days courses. It should be in very central London as well. I hope that answers your questions. Is there any other questions from anyone? Okay, perfect. I will finish it here today, but I will follow up with you individually. I'll drop you an email to see, how what information you will need from me. But feel free, if I don't reach out to you, I will. But if you don't receive my email, feel free to reach out to me on myamada@k2partnering.com, and I'll be able to answer any questions that you might have. Thank you everyone for attending today with your busy schedule. And I hope you have a nice day or evening wherever you are. Thank you everyone. Bye.